Well, hello everyone. Today marks the 1 year anniversary of the Corona lockdown in Norway. It was 1 year ago when I decided to document the happenings in Oslo city, and back then they announced these measures, these restrictions to last for 2 weeks. Now, some of us were skeptical about these 2 weeks. Some of us thought, okay, it's gonna be probably 4 weeks. Well, and then these 4 weeks turned into a year. So, it feels like we are pretty much back where we began with this whole thing. But well, what can you say? It is what it is. But I'm gonna go and check out the places I checked out a year ago and see if there's any difference. Maybe it's gonna be fun, who knows? Let's go. This is where I started out last year, the heart of Oslo, and it's actually livelier than it was this time last year. There is no tourism maybe, but there are a lot of people, and unlike last year, a lot of them are wearing masks now. Let's check out the tiger itself. There is no notable difference on the tiger.
Oh, nice.
Maybe it's a bit less polished, but it's still. The balls are shiny, the tail is shiny,
That's nice. I like it.
and
That's a good play. It's good exercise. Yeah, it's good.
the teeth too.
ear training.
And
ear
still,
training.
it's not advisable to touch it, needless to say. But well, apparently it's left mostly unchanged. But the people have changed a lot. Maybe the lack of live concerts made people appreciate this poor guitar player on the square. Weird, but I guess live music, or the lack of it in the past year, has made us appreciate all sorts of weird things that we did not appreciate before. Yeah. Okay, let's check out if the Imperials are here. But I have my doubts. At this spot, Imperial stormtroopers and even Darth Vader were holding their ground. But now, it's just ruins. They smashed up the place and left for Tatooine. Motherfuckers. Also no rebel activity in this area anymore either. They died in the virus. This is Spectrum. Here people used to gather to enjoy live music, and we call these things concerts. If the word doesn't ring familiar, well, no surprise, we haven't had any for quite a while now and would like to have some. But it appears that we're not gonna have too much of them either this year. Most of the festivals are already cancelled, and I don't know if there's anything booked here either. This is Vaterland. People used to gather here in small groups and enjoy beers and pizza together. But that's a thing of the past now too. Alcohol serving has been prohibited gradually. First it was just limited opening hours, now it's nothing. So and the situation is the same at Rockin, where I finished my documentation a year ago. They were still serving alcohol-free drinks, but fuck that, right? This is what a shopping mall looks like these days. Most of the stores are closed, everyone's wearing masks, and people have to stand in long lines, especially if they want to buy alcohol. This is where the line... Oh yeah, so it starts or ends there, and it's going all the way there to Vinmonopolet. So it's a long line. I was gonna buy something there, but I said no. Horrible. Upland has become down, and this illustrates really well what has happened in 1 year's time. I take a closer look at the train station. Let's see if the traffic is about the same as it used to be. The train station still seems to be quite busy, and there's virtually nothing to prevent any infection here except for the mask. And the espresso house is working too. So that's Oslo, or what's left of it after the virus. Unfortunately, this turned out to be a somewhat gloomy video, and I have to say, when I was revisiting these places that I visited last year, yeah, I couldn't help feeling a bit bitter about what's going on. I mean, yeah, the Tigers balls are still shining, and people are still walking around at the train station, but what started out as an interesting deviation from our everyday lives turned into our everyday lives now, and quite frankly, I think we're getting tired of it. And it's well, the things that I was joking about 1 year ago are also getting really, really tiring. The masks, the distance, and all that stuff. And well, yeah, it's difficult now to make this fun. This is unfortunately a complaining video, even though, like any other birthdays, this should be a happy one too. The birthday of Corona lockdown in Oslo. Yeah, with figures. So this is it. I'm pretty sure you didn't enjoy this. Neither did I, to be honest. But at least vaccination has started. It's not going not nearly as fast as it should, but still, hopefully we get out of this mess sometime next year or towards the end of this year. Maybe I'll make some new videos about the situation if there is anything interesting happening, but by now we're all sick and tired of it. Well, but anyhow, have a great day!